Hi, I'm Steve and I'm the Senior Home Audio Video Editor, and I'm going to talk to you today about the Oppo UDP-205. It is a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player, and it has probably the most advanced video processing circuitry of any player that I'm aware of. So it's not only great at showing 4K Blu-ray discs, but also any lower resolution discs are upconverted to 4K. Also, it has audio capabilities that are way beyond most Blu-ray players, starting with the headphone jack on the front panel. This player has a dedicated headphone amp, and it's a really high quality one. I mean, it's as good as a lot of standalone headphone amps. So if you do much headphone listening, this will give you, real audiophile performance. So in addition to the built-in headphone amp on the front, there are a lot of connections in the back. There's a pair of balanced XLR audio outputs over here, and then the rest of your 7.1 channel analog outputs are over here. And what makes that so great is that it basically means that you can use this player as the control center for your system. You won't necessarily need a receiver then or a preamp processor. You can connect the analog outputs from the player directly to your power amp or power amps. Now I have the predecessor of this model, the 105, and that's the way I'm using it in my system. And it really kind of cuts out the middleman and just gives you a much more direct hookup, and the sound quality is phenomenal. Some of the other connections that it has are 2 HDMI outputs, and that's so that if you're using a receiver that is not up to speed with the latest HDMI features, you can just run the audio through the receiver and then run the video straight to your TV or projector. And then it also has an HDMI input, and that is going to be great for something like an Apple TV or a Roku. And then as far as the audio, you'll see that there are some inputs there. There's an optical, a coaxial, and a Type B USB input. And those are all for taking digital signals and then running them through the great DAC and processing in the UDP-205. So there's some really interesting things going on inside the UDP-205. So I'm going to take the top off and show you some stuff. So this is the inside of the UDP-205, and one thing that you notice right away that you really don't see very often in Blu-ray players is this big toroidal transformer, which supplies the power. And this is really more like one that you would see in like a receiver or an integrated amp. I mean, typically Blu-ray players have very small power supplies. So this one just ensures that you have robust, clean power. And there are actually separate power supplies for the digital and analog circuitry in this player. Another thing that's really unique to this player is the disk drive mechanism. Oppo had to develop a new one for 4K Blu-ray because 4K Blu-ray discs spin at a much faster speed than regular Blu-ray discs. And this same drive is often used in really high-end players that cost like multi-thousands of dollars. It's generally acknowledged to be the best video disc drive in the world. Most Blu-ray players only have a single audio DAC, but the UDP-205 uses 2 of the best ESS Sabre DACs, and those are 8-channel DACs. And it's great for surround sound, and also it's fantastic for music, whether you're playing music discs like CDs, SACDs, or high-res music files. Oppo actually has 2 4K Blu-ray players, the 203 and then this one, the 205. The difference is that with the 205 you're getting much higher audio performance and greater flexibility as far as hooking up other components. If you're just going to be using this player and connecting it via HDMI to your receiver, you're probably better off going with the 203. But with the 205, because it has audio inputs for other digital components that you can plug into it, as well as analog outputs so that you can connect amplifiers directly, it is really all that most people are going to need for a great surround and stereo system. As you can probably tell, we're pretty excited about the Oppo UDP-205. I hope the information in this video has been helpful, but if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to call us.